Minister stood and could on his feet speak passionately, articulately and obviously well informed about the Maugean Skate in Macquarie Harbour. And I think it's really important to have that balanced contribution because it is a complex system with many inputs, and there are many reasons why the Maugean Skate is in the condition and state that it is now, but it is not only because of the salmon industry, and the salmon industry do not have to fully withdraw from Macquarie Harbour in order to save the Maugean Skate. And I just think that it's reckless for people to come into this place, drop a bomb, leave, not tell the truth, and then use that potentially to post and broadcast to their members without any care or regard for the impact it has on the industry, but most importantly, the impact that it has on the workers of that industry and their families and their communities. What I did want to stand and speak about tonight, Mr Speaker, is the Launceston General Hospital. It is a topic of intense interest to me and of the people of Northern Tasmania because it's a place that Northern Tasmanians go to be cared for. Now, I've had a horrendous story shared with me from a colleague in Bass, a Bass constituent, who went to visit their mate in hospital yesterday. And I'm going to read into the record the message that I received. I went to visit my mate who just had hip replacement surgery at the LGH. He had a few problems with the wound site, dressings were changed frequently, but the nurses, and this is my comment, the nurses and the teams and the staff at the LGH and all across the health system are incredible, and my colleague here has reinforced how incredible the nursing staff and people in our hospitals are. But, and I quote, "But the nurses had to reuse the waterproof dressings, after a hip replacement surgery. There weren't any available on the water in the hospital. Our Health Minister has taken his eye off the needs of the Tasmanian public. If the government can't afford bandages, how can we afford a stadium?" Now, I get messages like this all the time, but when you get a message about someone who's had the hip replacement surgery and the hospital doesn't have waterproof dressings to put over the top of it when it has to be changed repeatedly and they've had problems with their wounds, that is extraordinary, and it is completely deficit of the actual care that is required by this government for the people of Tasmania. It wasn't that long ago that I stood in this place, that I had another friend and colleague, a constituent of the electorate of Bass, whose member of their family had been in Hobart for open heart surgery. Now, I'm not sure who remembers, but I spoke in this place about the care this person was given by the staff, incredible. And prior to open heart surgery, had a shower, was washed in preparation for the surgery. But for the week following open heart surgery in Hobart, there was no laundry, no clean laundry in the hospital, no clean sheets and no clean towels. And so my friend couldn't have a shower for a week following open heart surgery. So you've got no laundry in Hobart and you've got no waterproof dressings in Launceston. There is something absolutely horrendously wrong with the health system in Tasmania. You have got theatre lights literally being held together with sticky tape. You've got air conditioning that doesn't work. You've got people across Tasmania promised services they can't access because of the state of this health system in Tasmania. Premier Jeremy Rockcliffe is also the Minister for Health in Tasmania. The Minister for Health must step up, must see this as a priority and an urgent matter, and must make sure that they get their priorities right, because when we've got people talking about hospitals not having the basics, not having waterproof wound dressings, not having clean laundry, having theatre lights held together with sticky tape, there's a massive problem. There are things that can be done to take the pressure out of our major hospitals, and we know at Tasmanian Labor that if you commit to and invest in our district hospitals and our regional health facilities, that will make a massive difference and take the pressure off our city hospitals. Recent occupancy rates in our district hospitals. At Beaconsfield, this is the 2021 stats, the 21-22 stats aren't completed for a full financial year in this report, 46% occupancy. At Flinders Island, 21% occupancy. In Georgetown, 69% occupancy. In Scottsdale, 44% occupancy. There is capacity in our regional hospitals and our district centres to take more people into them in order to take the pressure off the hospitals. If we had the right focus on the right things in this government for the people of Tasmania, we wouldn't be seeing these circumstances that we have now. That I receive a text message on a day where we're talking about the priorities of Tasmania, where someone who has has had hip surgery can't have the waterproof dressing provided, and it has to be reused because they're not available in the hospital. There is something seriously wrong, and this must be addressed by the Health Minister.
House stands adjourned.